Right, hello guys. Welcome to the third investigator of the dunnage, and wow, what an exciting one we've got here, Jim Culver. So I'll give you a little peek behind the curtain of how we do things at Brownlow Productions here. I normally spend a little bit of time just before I record thinking about the investigator. About 20 minutes or so, just mulling over ideas. Unfortunately, because my laptop was a bit rubbish, I've now been thinking about this for about 2 hours, and I'm all over the place. I just can't stop thinking how brilliant trumpets are. There's a couple of things that are really confusing about the trumpet, and one thing, not this trumpet makes perfect sense. What I don't understand is, and I don't know why this has never crossed my mind before. A trumpet has 3 buttons, right? And they're not sliding scales. They're binary. They're on or they're off. So that means you can do at most 8 different combinations. Yet you can play every single note, which is just, I can't quite wrap my head around it. I kind of get the idea. I'm only guessing here. I could have Googled this beforehand. I decided not to. I thought it'd be more fun not to. That maybe if you blow harder, maybe it would go up an octave, which is great. That kind of makes sense to me. I mean, even that is kind of weird, but there were like 12 notes, and the fact you can do it with 3, I don't know. I've been thinking about trumpets for far too long, and it's just blowing my mind. No pun intended. If that was a deliberate pun, that was appalling. So that was no pun intended. Jim is so cool. He is cool. Now, I used to be in a few concert bands when I was growing up, and trumpet players. There's no middle ground. They're either cool or they're not cool, and Jim is a very, very cool trumpet player. I'll tell you who else has just popped into my mind when I've been thinking about trumpets for the last hour and a half. Roy Castle. I totally forgot that when you were watching what's it called, Record Breakers. If you don't know who Roy Castle is, he was a jazz trumpet player. He's probably at the other end of the scale when it comes to coolness than Jim. And he used to present this programme called Record Breakers with Cheryl Baker, who was in Bucks Fizz, Eurovision winners. And he's quite a sort of straight-laced guy. But then at the end of the programme, he would play just the most amazing trumpet solo to the theme tune of his own music. And it's just things like that. I've just been thinking about this for too long. Maybe I should cut this bit out. This is a bit weird. No, I'm going to leave it in and just move on. Other thing that so I'm going to carry on for a little bit. There is, if you've seen Coco, there's this little bit in Coco where he is talking to a group of people, and they're performers, and they're taking the mick out of the other guy, and they're all laughing at him except for one character who, the way he laughs is he plays his trumpet in like a he goes, and it's, oh god, it's so funny, and I can't describe how good it is. Right, okay, that's enough about trumpets. Let's talk about Jim. Jim is a very, very popular investigator, but he wasn't always. I think he was initially seen as fairly bland, but certainly with the bag manipulation that's come out, he's a big player. His ability is crazy. The fact that he can treat skulls as 0 can just have huge effects. For example, if you look at him in the depths of Yoth, it's like he doesn't care what floor he's on, and I just that's incredible. In dunnage, there's ones that play off of how many cards are in your discard pile. It just doesn't matter. It's just always 0, and that is just a huge effect. So I'm looking forward to this. What would I like to see in the deck? Well, okay, I normally go to the off class, don't I? But I'm acutely aware that I don't think we've had any really great Mystic allies yet. I really like, what's his name? I've forgotten it. That's how much I like him. Dave Renfield, Big Dave. I think he's great. I love playing around with Doom, which could be really entertaining. And Alyssa Graham, I think, is superb, especially in solo. When you can just know what's coming, you can really plan your turn around it. He's a mystic with a good willpower, obviously, but I think he can kind of get away without skills, because he has got what I would class as a medium to good stat in both intellect and combat. He could probably get away with things at this stage. So I am looking for my off class and I'm looking for my allies, and I really want to see something spicy. My experience of Jim, I think I mentioned the deck with Ellie where she holds his trumpet. I can't remember what it's called. I named it after a Eric Idle sketch. It was something like wink wink, nudge nudge, click click, toot toot, say no more, or something like that. Yeah, it was hilarious at the time. Here we go. Right, let's go for it. Okay, what do we got? Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Right. Oh my goodness me. Okay, right. Do you know which which crazy mystic ally I completely forgot to mention? Olive McBride. I mean, she will try anything once, which is just not a great way to approach life, I would say. Okay, we've got some fun stuff going on here. Let's look at the off class. We got Gray. Yeah, he's okay. I don't think he's going to do much for me here. We got higher education, so that's the new one. That's in Harvey. That could be good. Oh my word! I've just looked at my arcane slot, and we have hit gold. Wow! Oh, I can't wait to get to that. Pickpocketing, that's doing nothing at all. Not with that fight. I really like this card. I love it in Mystics. I said this before. Great card. Okay, and the 25 automatic, which I don't know particularly well. Spend, use, fight, attached enemy. Attack if the attached enemy is exhausted. You get +2 to your combat and deal 1 damage. Well, it's a weapon, obviously. How's that for insightful analysis? But I don't know how often I'm going to be evading enemies, so it's not a great weapon. Okay, let's have a look. Flashlight. Banging. Sword Cane. Okay, right. This is a new card from the Innsmouth Conspiracy. Okay, so playing it doesn't provoke attack of opportunities, which is great. After it enters play, immediately trigger its action without paying its cost. Exhaust it, fight or evade. You can use your willpower instead of your combat or your agility. So I could evade and then use the 25. I like it. Chthonian Stone, normally part of the suite, but hey, you know, as long as we don't do something stupid like seal skulls, we'll be fine. It does occur to me that there might be a thing here where I could just play really badly for the first like 4 scenarios, get as many bad tokens in there, and go down that route. Looking at some of the stuff that's come up here, Azure Flame. So this is the combat one that triggers badly off Elder Sign, +1 and 0. Now wait a second, have we actually got a decent use of his Elder Sign ability here? If an Elder Sign is revealed during his attack, deal 1 damage. Let's check out his ability. Anytime you reveal an Elder Sign ability, you may choose to treat it as a skull instead. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Okay, that's really good. Ineffable Truth. This is a similar idea, except it's evade. Okay, maybe this gun is working then. That's great. Right Seeking, very strong card. Ends your turn, picks up an extra clue. Ends your turn if you hit the bad symbols. Scrying, I really like. It's no Alyssa Graham. Is it better than Alyssa Graham? No, it's not better than Alyssa Graham because she gives you a +1 and this takes an action. Sixth Sense, I've been having a ball with Sixth Sense. Right. Is there a situation here where actually getting more tokens in the bag works in our favour? There might be, you know. Crystalline, the crystalline entity, that's something from Star Trek. Crystal Pendulum, really great card, loads of fun, plenty of maths getting involved in that. How that interacts with Olive McBride, I'll have to really put my thinking cap on for that. But a +1 willpower is all good. Olive McBride, reveal 3 tokens, and choose 2 of them, ignore the other, that's a load of fun. Hey, drawn to the flame, all good. Get 2 clues. So yeah, there's a couple of locations at the university that'll be really handy there. Hypnotic Gaze, look at this, it plays off more symbols. Okay, Quantum Flux. Okay, probably not. It's a question mark. I don't really think I'll be playing that huge amount. Read the signs, that's lovely. Look at that, Investigate at 7. Very nice indeed. Water Protection, always useful. Desperate Search, of course we've got some desperate skills. Fearless, kind of working against the desperate skills there. And Torrent of Power, which actually is pretty good there, isn't it? Spend up to 3 charges. There's additional cost to commit Torrent of Power to a skill test. Spend up to 3 charges and you get an extra hidden question mark for that test. Okay. This deck looks pretty blooming good, actually. I've got to say, there is one thing that I would like to see, which is a bit more money. I can't, unless I'm forgotten something here, I cannot see anything that's getting me any money, so I'm going to have to be very, very selective of what I do. But there we go, Jimbo, ready to go. Right, let's see what our basic weakness is, and then I better shut up because I've been going on for ages about trumpets. Let's have a look. Okay, I was going to say just beforehand, please don't let it be bloodthirst, and it's not. Internal injury at the end of your turn, take 1 direct damage. It's just a time soak. That's absolutely fine. I can see lots of situations where that will end up being fine. All right, that's Jim. I don't know where we're heading first. I'm going to really sit down and have a good think about that. But there we go. I will catch you in a second for the gameplay. All right, cheers, guys. Bye bye. Right, hi guys, here we go, ready to play. A couple of things from the deck reveal. Firstly, I think I might have implied that Roy Castle wasn't very cool. That's not true. Roy Castle, who has sadly passed, was incredibly cool. Just not as cool as Jim Culver, because no one is. And secondly, I did find out how a trumpet works. It's magic. So anyway, talking of magic trumpets, let's get ready to go. You see I'm heading back to the university. The reason is threefold. Now, what were my reasons? Oh yeah, so the first 2 decks I've had have been pretty tough decks. So I really went for route 1, quick as he could. Let's not go for anything fancy. This time I've decided I'm going to try and get Peter Clover out. So obviously I have to do this scenario first. Other reasons, my deck is quite high on the investigation tech, and we know that might not last forever, so I want to hit this one up while I've got it, and maybe I'll move into a little bit more combat, a little bit more evasion, maybe a trick or two in the casino. And thirdly, it was already set up. So, I don't know. And do you know what? Things are busy at the moment, so I thought I would just do this one anyway. But no, there is a genuine reason to it. Oh yeah, the other reason is in the casino, I'm not going to be afraid to cheat in the first act because I'm not too worried about tokens in the bag. So I could rush that first part and then try and get Peter. I think that's doable. I don't think the experiment's doable here. Anyway, let's see what we've got. One fair life is just entirely useless. I cannot see how I would possibly get desperate. Sixth Sense is fantastic. Ineffable Truth. That's the evade one. Ineffable Truths. Quantum Flux, and of course the Internal Injury, which we don't have, and I've got Ward Protection, which is lovely. Okay, I don't want Quantum Flux. I don't want Run for Your Life. I guess I want to keep Sixth Sense. Ineffable Truth. Do I want my truths to be effed or not? Let's get rid of it. Although I do love the art. Oh, okay, we've got a Quantum Flux, or a question mark, as it's also known. Flashlight, woo! And Run for Your Life. Okay, that was... What is going on there? That's a joke. Okay, fine. Well, we're not going to be difficult finding clues, which is good, because that's kind of what this one is all about. So, can I be clever, is the question. Can I pull off a trick with Sixth Sense and try and break the thing where it takes 2 actions to investigate the Orn Library? The only thing about that is I have to reveal the Orn Library, and if I spend an action moving in there just to reveal it so I can try and discover the clue from somewhere else, well, gosh darn it, I might as well just use the action to get the clue, hadn't I? So let's keep things relatively simple. Are we good to go? I think we're good to go. Okay, off we go. First action, I play Sixth Sense, which I love. Second action, I'm moving into the Orn Library, and it has got a it's got 1 clue, and already I've completely forgotten the fact, despite the fact I just said it, that takes 2 actions to investigate. So that was rubbish. Flashlight, just in case I have to drop something. There we go. Okay, so not my finest first action. Oh, yeah, I'm going to move these up here, because I did this last time, and nobody can see what's in my hand. Anyway. All right then, Jim. Oh, an average start, I think we'll call it. What do we get? Oh, I'll tell you what, it's all about the investigation, isn't it? We've got Right of Seeking. Okay, no way we're falling out anytime soon. Remember, this is a very tight deck, so maybe I shouldn't have just spent all my money. Let's see what we get. It's an Offer of Power. You must either draw 2 cards, place 2 Doom, or take 2 Horror. That is a no-brainer. We are taking 2 horror. All right, let's start putting all this investigation tech to good use. I will investigate, and I don't really want to have to take this test twice, so I will use the flashlight, which puts me as, what am I? 3 on 1. Let's chuck in quantum flux, because I really, really don't want to fail this. There you go. No, never in doubt. So that's 1 action, 2 action, and 3rd action I'm moving up. So we're after 3 clues here. So this is the one where hang on, no. Have I forgotten this scenario, or have I forgotten this scenario? At the end of your turn, if you are in the humanities building, discard the top X cards where X is the amount of horror on you. Okay, I'm not playing brilliantly. Not about a fight goes. Pickpocketing goes. Well, I don't think pickpocketing was ever going to. I don't think pickpocketing was ever going to be taken. Right, so we need to get these clues this turn and get out of there. And lo and behold, my deck heard me. Read the signs. I wonder if read the signs would have saved me an action there. I'll worry about that later. Okay, we seem to be milling my deck a touch quicker than I would like, but we'll stick with it. That's fine. Horror might become a bit of a thing later on, but I'm not going to take a horror just to avoid taking a horror. That would be nonsense. Okay, so we're on 4 on 5, and we've got a -3. Brutal. So that's 4 cards being discarded. Goodness me. Torrent of Power. Crystal Pendulum. Ha! Final Rhapsody in your face. Oh, the trumpet. And a completely useless card. Well, I say it's a completely useless card. The way I'm going, I'll be desperate pretty soon. Anyway, here we go. It's our turn. We're going to play Read the Signs. Let's just check. Add your willpower to your investigate, and you ignore effects or keywords in your location which would trigger during investigation. I could have used that down there. Okay, here we go. We pay 2, and we do discover an additional clue if it works. We're investigating 7 on 3. One would like to think that that's going to work. And it does. There we go. 2 clues. Right, we will advance immediately. That's my first action. We'll advance immediately, which I'm pretty sure just means we shuffle and chuck Jazz in. But there we go. Yes, we do. Okay, I'm going to pause and do that. Okay, there we go. That's the first action. Jazz is now in the deck, and I will continue. So I've already discussed what my goal is here. No offence to any students that might be watching, but I'm not too fussed about you guys. But I am fussed about victory points. I feel like I'm going to hit the Students' Union, pick up Jazz, and then see if I can get the victory point and pick up the Professor. I forget which one it is. Okay, here we go. So moving into the Miskatonic Quad and then moving into the Students' Union. Okay, and there we go. There's the dormitories in play. All right, we can also heal a horror and a damage here should we wish. We probably won't. Okay, upkeep. What do we get? We get the Chthonian Stone. I don't think that's going to be played, simply because I've got such an incredible competition for my hand slot. Let's have a look. Ooh, Whippoorwill! We don't got nothing. We don't got nothing for that Whippoorwill. However, what we do have is a flashlight which can reduce the shroud to 0. Is that a terrible waste? Might be a terrible waste, mightn't it? I wonder if I'm just better off just investigating this with Sixth Sense. Obviously, I can only do that once. Then maybe chuck a couple of icons into standard investigate. Let's stop talking about it. Let's just get on and do it. So I'm going to use Sixth Sense. So I'm investigating 3 on 1. -4, a significant fail. Okay, right. That's not great at all. So I'm now 2 on 1. I think I'm just going to go for it because no, I won't. I'll chuck in the Chthonian Stone. And then I'll have one, and I'll spend 1 clue if I get this, and see if we can get Jazz. But I'll tell you what, the chaos bag is really on our side today, isn't it? So that's a fail. That's an auto fail. I'll just take this one as it is. Okay, and here we go. We are this time 3 on 1. Whoa! Crazy! Elder sign. Okay, obviously won't turn out into a skull. I don't see any reason to do that, but I do get a clue. All right, the Whippoorwill is just, it's not actually engaged with me, it's just sitting there. There we go. And it's upkeep. What do we get? We get, whoa! Brilliant! It's the trumpet. Excellent stuff. I was hoping it would come up. What do we got? Oh, no! Right, is that cancer worthy? God, it might be. It might be a no. I realise that it still surges, but I can't deal with that. And if I'm going to get my trumpet out, we might start tooting, and then we don't have to worry about things like horror. And also, no, forget that. It's the light of a Forgamon. Okay, that is a real problem. What do we attach it to? God, what's going to happen first? That's a toughie, isn't it? Pause the video and have a little think about what you would do, and then let me know. Because I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my faith in the Jazz. I'm going to put my faith in Jazz because that's exactly what Jim Culver would do, and put him on the act. All right, okay, let's go. I can't afford my trumpet because I've just spent a blooming resource, haven't I? All right, first action is spend a clue. Let's go. 10 cards. Here we go. 1. That happened last time, didn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my goodness, look at the amount of enemies we've just binned off. A lot of victory points, but that's fine. You can keep your victory points. Well, that's my first action. Second action, I'm going to investigate. I don't really have time here, so I'm just going to get rid of spend a charge. I would have passed anyway, which is blooming annoying, but that's fine. Okay, that goes back in the bag, and then I will spend another clue. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, Jazz is feeling heavy, which is not ideal. Let's see what happens. Okay, so upkeep. Yeah, okay. I will deal with that. It's internal injuries known for needing to be dealt with. It's this one. Okay. Well, since I have 2 assets and a skill, pro play, I'm going to say event. My other story about this card is I was once playing this game with Frank from George of the Flame, and he played this card and he chose event, and see if you can guess what 2 copies of which event I had to discard as a result of that. I'll give you a clue. I've just mentioned it. All right, here we go. What are we doing? What am I going on about? Right. That has to go. Does it have to go? Or do I get Jazz out first? Oh. Okay, let's play my trumpet. Trumpets, they're hilarious, and if you disagree, you're wrong. We've run out of clues, which completely sucks, so we might as well just do this. Okay, fine. Right, upkeep. What do we get? Ooh, a nice cup of tea with a nice milky ghoul priest in it. There we go. Or scrying. Oh, now scrying might be really handy here. Hey, forget about it. It's Jazz. All right, we got a bit of a problem here. And the problem is that we got this pesky whippoorwill sitting around, and I can't kill it, and I can't run from it. I might have to just Asusani, who you heard mentioned before. I don't know if I was complimented on my cooing, but he said it was like the dove from above. From Shooting Stars, which is exactly what I was going for. So I've taken it as a compliment. Well, he is at the location, isn't he? Right. Oh dear. Okay. So this just isn't happening, is it? I could commit those 2 to go 4 on 3. That should be good. Is it worth a whole turn just to give myself an extra +1 on that test? I don't think it is. Oh, this might not be a popular move, but I'm going for it. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 on 3. Come on, Jazz. You've got the word Jazz in your name. How can you not immediately just ping to Jim's side? Look at that. It's a wonderful crew. Whippoorwill has ruined me. That's my first action. Second action, we're moving out. There's no point going anywhere. Let's just draw a card, shall we? Drawn to the flame. Are your ears burning? Drawn to the flame? Right, okay. So, upkeep. Bird moves. Upkeep. Oh, quantum flux, great. Resource. And we get our 7th team. which proves that I should have actually put the Light of a Forgamon on the... oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely should have put it on there because I'm about to take some horror, aren't I? Each investigator, if they have 10, which I must have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So I have to take 2 horror, is it? 2 horror, and then the Light of a Forgamon says that must be direct. Thanks. Okay, and then I'm going to do a bit of setup, which I'm just going to pause for. Nope, I've just told a big fat lie. I don't have to advance. I don't have to do anything. Each investigator's maximum hand size is reduced by 3. Okay, fine. And of course, we take the next card. Pushed into the beyond. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control. Oh, no. Oh, well, I guess I don't need any more clues, so we'll go for this. However, if this... Oh, hang on now. Wait a second. I'm just taking this back. I'm obviously going to shuffle my deck anyway. Where's Sixth Sense gone? Because I've only got 1 copy of Sixth Sense, haven't I? I'm thinking of the blooming Diana deck I was playing with earlier. I've only got 1 copy of Sixth Sense, so I might as well do this. This could be death. This could be death. This could be the absolute disaster game, and it would be that blooming Light of a Forgamon, which, in retrospect, I should have put onto the agenda. All right. I'm telling a slight lie, though. I can survive this, but it's not great if I do get it. First card, Fearless. Second card, Hypnotic Gaze. Third card, it's Gry. Okay, we've passed. Good. All right. Now what's going on? What's going on here? Okay, I've got to... Come on. Jazz, don't deny me. I'll move in. I think we might have to abandon... this guy. I can't see it happening. We might have to get the students out. Actually, I might be a little bit defeated there. Perhaps there is a chance. Okay, so here we go. First act was moving. I'm now 3 on 3. Do I chuck them both at 1, or do I put 1 on each? You'd think I would have thought about that beforehand, but I haven't. Okay, 1+ is pretty good. Skulls are 1+. Skulls is 0. Don't forget the investigability. That's the first rule, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I've got to get it. I think doing it twice is probably going to pay off more. Let's not commit that, because that's actually a good card. Let's commit that. Okay, we are 3 on 4. Jazz, come on! How can you possibly not be my friend? Oh, whoa. That does mean that was the right decision, though. Third go. If this doesn't happen, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm running out of options rapidly. Oh, thank God. We've got Jazz. We've got Jazz. The Light of a Forgamon goes, and we advance the act. Okay, so I'm going to have to do something with Alchemy Labs now. So I'm just going to pause and sort that out. Okay, this is where we're at. I'm now trying to make a decision as to what to do, whether to go for the students or to go for... Let's find out what his name is. I can't keep calling him the Professor. Professor Warren Rice. I guess I could keep my options open, clear this location, then see what the state of play is. We do have a bit of time. A bit, not lots. Anyway, it's the end of our turn. Whippoorwill comes in. We get... hey, there she is, Oliver Bride. It's Cheryl Baker. Cheryl Baker's coming to play. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Am I going to play her? Probably not. She's a bit too crazy for my liking. Oh, no. Oh God, we've got this. I did this last time, didn't I? I started panicking over the thrall location with the most number of clues. Okay, good. Right, let's get the students. Here we go. We're going to move into the dormitory. Okay, it's got a lovely low shroud. It's got a lovely victory point, which of course is 2 victory points for me. I'm just going to start investigating this. I'll save my flashlight until the whippoorwill is in town. Here we go. So we are investigating 3 on 1. Can you see that? Is that on the camera? So yes, yeah. Here we go. Good. That's my second action. Get a clue. Third action. Need this to hit. Would like this to hit. Boom! Nice. Okay. Trumpet me this. Excellent stuff. Okay. Good. Good times. All right. Whippoorwill comes in. They're livid. Oh, it's this guy. I've got a bit of cash actually. I might be able to pull off some moves here. Okay, got a card, got a resource, we've got a doom. Let's see what we get. Oh, okay. Right, willpower is 4, and we are against 5. So 4 and 5. I'm not committing. I guess I could commit Olive, I'm wondering if I might play Olive, just for fun. I mean, that's not good enough reason. Again, thank God I didn't do that. So here we go. I've got 5 cards being discarded. First is Desperate Search. Second is Desperate Search. Third is Azure Flame. Then it's the 25 Automatic. And then it's Reich of Seeking. William Riker of Seeking. Right, okay. What are we doing? Well, let's get the clue. Because that way, we've almost won. And then we can really, really regret it when it goes wrong. So we've reduced the Shroud to 0. Boom, Cultists, let's just check what that does. -3 if there were 10. Yeah, it's -3. Whoa. Okay, first action. All right. Let's leg it. 2, 3. Upkeep. Oh, sorry, Whippoorwills. Oh, we got the Azure. We got the Ineffable Truth. Someone's trying to F my truths again. Here we go. And that is the third doom going on. Okay, there we go. All right. The clock is ticking. Do I have to shuffle in my discard pile? I do not. All right. Good luck, everybody. Uh-oh. Whoa. Serious business, this card. Beyond the Veil, if I run out of cards, which, let's face it, is a possibility, then essentially I die, which is obviously not good news. And it surges. Oh, whoa. I've been trapped. Let me out. I'm trapped inside the quad. That barrier is enormous. It covers all the corners of the quad. Wow. Okay, is it time to split, or do we take a punt here? I'm going for it. What happens if you fail this? Otherwise, you must either cancel the effects and or discard the top 4 cards of your deck. Okay, that would kill me. So I don't really want to fail this test. So here we go. Do you know what? I'm going for it. First action, higher education. Very, very appropriate. Jazz loves the irony of that. We're gonna move to the administration building. We're gonna commit Olive, and we're gonna chuck 2 on higher education, which I can't do because you're supposed to have more than 5 cards in your hand. Right, we've got a problem. I thought that was good, and it's not, is it? Right. Oh God, I'm trapped. Why did I do this? I have to leave now. Don't I? Okay, I'm worried now. I'm really, really worried. Okay, sorry, I've been umming and ahhing. Okay, if I take a card. Okay, well, look, I don't want to commit higher education because I might need to save that for an emergency. So something is telling me to draw a card. But no, don't draw a card. Oh no, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm going to pause. Right, what would Roy Castle do? He would go for it. Let's do it. I'm just going to move out. And do you know what? I'm not even going to commit Cheryl Baker. Skulls on my side. Elder Sign is on my side. +1s, 0s. I'm going to commit Cheryl Baker, but I'm going to save the higher education. There's no point saving the higher education. I'm not going to get higher education to play, am I? Oh no, I thought I'd decided. I'm so sorry. Right, all in. I'm committing nothing. Moving to the administration building. First test. -2, not great. Second action. Not committing anything. Moving to the administration building. -2, not great. Third go, I will go all in for it. I am 6 on 4. Who would have thought the Arcane Barrier would have beaten me? 0. Oh, the ordering there was atrocious. All right, okay. After the administration building is revealed, put the faculty office into play. And you know what? At the end of your turn, if you're in the administration building, discard a top card of your deck. I've just cost myself an entire turn. However, we're still alive, which is obviously good. We draw a card. It's my big stick. I've got a resource, and we get a doom. Let's see what we get. Oh, no. Right. We are in such a bad situation here. It is funny. It is funny. Oh no. We do discard this one. Not that that makes any difference. Okay, yeah, I know what everyone's thinking. If I'd just gone down there, I would have been all right. And that's a win. But I didn't go for it. I decided to go this route. But there we go. I've done it. Right, we're moving. First action. I've got nothing I can commit. 4 on 4. Skulls. Now would be an absolutely brilliant time.
That's -3. Second action. -1. No. Third action. This is the one. Come on. Otherwise the whippoorwill is going to come. It becomes almost impossible. Yes, +1. We're out. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I don't even know what's written on this room. I'm going to have to pause for a moment. I'm so sorry. Okay, things have taken a turn for the quite positive, I think. So this location, I've got to find a humanoid enemy from the discard pile or the encounter deck. And then I shuffle the encounter deck. The encounter deck's got 2 cards in it, which means I can tell what the next 2 cards are going to be. It's a light for Forgamon, which will do nothing on its turn. And then we've got Offer of Power. All right, so we've got to bear in mind that this could... Well, I can't take the 2 cards, so I have to take the 2 horror here. Jazz can take that. Here, it would be direct. So I'm going to take an enemy, and I'm probably going to take some attacks of opportunity. Shuffling 2 cards is brilliant, isn't it? It's the hardest number of cards to shuffle. Well, probably one's harder. But let's have a look at the humanoid enemies. Do they all give horror? You're not a humanoid. Yeah, they do. He really does, and he's not humanoid. All right, well, we'll take the thrall, just because they're not quite so bad. Jazz can soak a couple of hits, and there we go. That was the end of my turn. So the whippoorwill moves in. We draw a card, and it's the Ineffable Truth. We get a resource. We get a doom, which moves the guy, and which one do we get? It is the Promise of Power. So we're obviously not going to take 2 cards, so we have to take 2 horror. Okay, that's fine. And I will put it on 1 on Jazz and 1 on myself. I don't know why. That's what I fancy doing. Okay, so the good news is that we have got enough clues. So we can advance this immediately. So we are just going to spend 3 turns, take 3 attacks of opportunity, and see if we can get both these clues. It's a possibility. I wish I had some batteries left in my flashlight, but I don't. Here we go. Right, first action. I mean, talk about coming down to the wire. 3 on 2. Oh my god, it's an elder sign, which I will treat as a skull. Blow my trumpet, there we go. So I do take an attack of opportunity. The attack of opportunity happens first, so I'll put it on, take it off of my trumpet, give him the damage, and we get one of the clues. Alright, okay, that's great. I love that. This one, I'll just let Jazz take it. Cheers, Jazz! That's wonderful. Lovely to meet you. The investigating 3 on 2. And we get a -2, so that doesn't happen. And then we'll take 1 last attack of opportunity, because this is just spending clues, which is a fast 3 trigger, which means I can do it. Oh, can I do it before I draw my last card? Can I do it before I draw my last card? And second question, no, that is the main. Oh yeah, the second question is, do I take the horror? Oh, I can take the horror. Oh no, I'm going to... Right, sorry, I'm being an idiot. If your deck has no cards in it. Right, that... Okay, I need to check that rules. I need to check the timing, because otherwise I'm about to die. Okay, I have checked the rules. I am able to spend the clues in an action window, play window, because there's a couple here in the enemy phase. However, I just watched the video back, and I completely forgot to have this thrall attack me. So when she first came into play and I moved in there, so I actually forgot that. So this has been a bit of a pointless exercise trying to get these clues. It doesn't really matter. We advance. We get Professor Professor Warren Rice, and that's it. Okay, how do I feel that went? It was okay. I mean, I feel like this deck has got more to give. I don't feel we saw it at its best. We got absolutely wrecked by the encounter deck. The encounter deck, again, as always, was absolutely on fire. And there's really terrifying moments there where I was just trapped, and the whippoorwills were calling in, and my deck was emptying, and I had Beyond the Veil. It was all just getting terribly, terribly scary. But there we go. All right. Let's quickly tot up the scores, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for the victory point. We did trigger resolution 1, which is great news. All right, I will catch you guys in the debrief. Right, there we go. That's us done. Fun game. Probably not my best performance by any stretch, but you know, I can't really complain about the result. I mean, how exciting was that? I really loved that bit with the barriers. That was really cool. Okay, we did get Warren Rice out, whose intellect boost will probably come in handy quite a lot down the line. A couple of cards to mention. Quantum Flux. I mean, honestly, what a buffoon I was being. I totally forgot about how much this scenario can mill your deck. And the Quantum Flux is a perfect counter for it. And yeah, I don't know why I forgot that. As it turns out, I think I had to commit it to a test, or it was the first card I committed and the second card passed the test. I probably would have committed it anyway, but it's worth bearing that in mind. Cheryl Baker with a big floating book. Maybe that's the Guinness Book of Records that's floating there. Maybe that's what's going on there. Her horror soak could have come in handy. I'm a little bit dubious about her ability. I think her ability comes down to a couple of ideas. One of the most important ones is avoiding bad particular tokens. You really need to be a bit up. I know a lot of people have looked at the maths behind Olive, and you know that probably would have been something that would interest me back in the day. But right now I'm a bit more of a gut instinct player, and my gut is telling me she's scary. Trumpets are just I'm currently obsessed with trumpets. So no, I mean it's fine. Bit of competition for hand slot going on. I mean, if the cane and the flashlight and Jim's trumpet come into play, then I think the trumpet is probably the one that's going to go. And I've absolutely no idea why I've put flashlight there. Maybe I had something to say about flashlight. I think flashlight has kind of been done to death. I don't think I've got anything particularly revolutionary to say about flashlight. No, it's quite good. I used to work with a guy who looked like this. There you go. That's something no one's ever said about flashlight before. Right, okay, good. We are going to the casino. We're going to have a rootin' time. It's going to be cool. We're going to hang out. We're going to hit the tables, and then we're going to sneak around and check out some art. And we'll see if we can get Pete out. I don't really fancy it now, given how that scenario went. But you know, we got an invasion stick. We've got our beautiful hair, and we got this thing. You know, we'll give it a go. We'll see how it goes. All right. Have a lovely week, guys. Do stay safe, and yeah, I'll catch you in a week's time. Bye bye.